Whenever brawlers get their Hypercharge, there's always a set of Hypercharge cosmetics that are available in the shop. This includes a pin, a spray, and a player icon. Now with most brawlers of Brawl Stars, they're released without their Hypercharge, and then when they get the Hypercharge later, then the cosmetics appear in the shop. But Kaze's Hypercharge has already been announced, so the question is, will Kaze's Hypercharge and cosmetics be available upon release? Now to try to predict this, we can actually look at two brawlers, Pearl and Charlie. Pearl was released right when Hypercharges got added to the game, but Pearl's Hypercharge wasn't available until later, right? Like the first day Pearl was released, you couldn't access her Hypercharge. However, Charlie got her Hypercharge immediately and it was available in the shop for anyone who wanted it. So the question is, what will they do with Kaze? If we look at Supercell's fan kit assets, we could already see some of the cosmetics. One of them is this Hypercharge pin for Kaze here. We could see it's her ninja form, but it doesn't look like she's gonna have multiple Hypercharge pins, despite having two mastery pins, so she can have one for each of her forms. We can also see Kaze's Hypercharge right here, and then here is Kaze's Hypercharge spray, and this like sushi icon thing right here, you can actually see in the back of Kaze's hair when you turn her around. The last thing that's missing is her Hypercharge player icon, and so here's footage of Kaze's Hypercharge icon. You can see it right there, and it'll flash back and forth just like all the other Hypercharge cosmetics. So I think when Kaze gets released to the Star Road, which is gonna happen on June 6th, I think her Hypercharge will be out by then. Like she's already on the Star Road here, it just feels like good timing, and recently with Kenji, they released his Hypercharge and cosmetics solo without anything else, and so I think they'd be really easily prepared to do that again. Also, if someone doesn't have Kaze, I could see there being like a really crazy offer where you spend like, I don't know, like $70 or something, and you get a fully maxed Kaze with Hypercharge and max cosmetics, because they like doing these max brawler offers where you get the Hypercharge and the brawler in one. However, a week before, on May 29th, Kaze will be released for early access, and I do plan on talking about that in future videos, but the question is, will Kaze have her Hypercharge during early access? And first thing is, I hope so. I just feel like when Kaze first comes out, I want to have full access to all her abilities and all her stuff, right? I don't have to wait a little bit and like have it be staggered. I think that it makes sense, right? And so I think they would do it and stuff, but like we don't know. However, if they're gonna have her Hypercharge, it would feel weird not to have the bundle out. So possibly they could try and slide it into early access, but I think the most likely option would be if you buy Kaze and get early access, then her Hypercharge appears in the shop, and then there are also the cosmetics there as well. I think that's the most likely thing, because if they force you to get the Hypercharge cosmetics within the early access offer, it's gonna get really expensive and there's gonna be more backlash to the price. Thanks for watching.